I don't know, but it does feel, Gab, there's something a bit different this time.
It's a team that's really given me the feelings of the 2002.
And I think this team plays like a club side. Even when you had players who were there before, maybe they're now gone, there is a ton of chemistry there.
E aí, meu convocado aqui do Seleção do Mundo? O assunto Seleção Brasileira rendeu por aí. E é isso que a gente vê hoje aqui no canal. Então, direto dos estúdios da ESPN, em Londres, na Inglaterra, nós não vamos ver a opinião de britânicos, e sim do italiano Gabi Marotti, também do francês Julian Lawrence e do peruano Luiz Miguel Echegaray. Tá esperando o quê? Deixe seu like, se inscreva no canal e vamos acompanhar.
I think we want to start by taking a look at a team that, because they play in the middle of the night, because we're Eurocentric here in London, we don't get to talk about as often other than saying, ooh, they're really, really good. And that's Brazil. And who better to do it with than our new colleague at ESPN, Luiz Miguel Echegaray. But Luiz Miguel, let's get straight into this. They played Tunisia. They walloped Tunisia, just like they walloped Ghana earlier.
Are we surprised at all at this, by the way? Are we surprised by Brazilian might? I mean, 5-1 against Tunisia. But basically, guys, it's the same blueprint that we've been expecting from Coach Chiche ever since really he joined in 2016. But now they're looking like the real deal. And it's been going for a while. And it's no surprise to me why they're the favorite to win this at this point. Argentina would probably be number 2 after that. But 5-1 against Tunisia, 65% possession, 18 shots, 10 on target. Rafinha gets a brace. Richarlison gets a goal. Neymar penalty. And Pedro, by the way, top goal scorer, Copa Libertadores. This is a team that's really given me the feelings of the 2002 squad. Obviously, the last time Brazil won a World Cup. And it's got everything. The only question will be, can they finally jump that hurdle and that drought? Because Brazilians have been now aching for this for 20 years. But they're looking good, Gab. They're looking very, very good.
Bom, essa foi a análise então do peruano que falou sobre essa sensação que lembra 2002. Nossa, aquele time era bom demais, mas chegou na Copa surrado, né? Ninguém acreditava, diferente desse. Agora o comentário do francês também é muito interessante, porque ele fala que percebe que vê algo diferente. Mas o que será que é esse diferente? Vamos acompanhar.
They're often very strong going into a World Cup. They're often amongst the favorite. They often look good. And he feels that this time there's something a bit different. Maybe it's because it's Chichi's last tournament and that after that he will go. And I think there's a feeling that maybe this is the perfect ending if they go and win it. And imagine the sending off would be incredible. Is it because it could also be Neymar's last World Cup? Is it because the balance is better? Is it because they've got the right mix between the more experienced players like the Thiago Silvas, etc., and the younger generation like Vini? Is it because most of the key players are playing super, super well right now? I don't know, but it does feel, Gab, there's something a bit different this time.
Yeah, I think form definitely matters going into the World Cup. What I really liked, you talked about balance there. I kind of feel like Chiche's Brazil, they've always been balanced. Obviously, they haven't always won World Cups, and they haven't. But he's been there, I think, since 2016 or 2015 or whatever. And I think this team plays like a club side. Even when you had players who were there before, and maybe they're now gone, there is a ton of chemistry there. My one question mark is at some point, he's going to have to, we talked about there's so much talent up front, he's going to have to make decisions in terms of who to start. I mean, there's some, I think right back might also be a question mark or whatever. Yeah. Danilo, he tried it in Militao there. But up front, all right, we take it for red that Neymar is going to start. Do you pick the other two on form? Is Vinicius also an automatic choice in this Brazil team, the way they play? And then who's the third or fourth?
Yeah, I mean, listen, part of the issue with Chiche is like, woe is me, right? Too many cooks in the kitchen. Look at this talented roster that Brazil have. You mentioned, offensively speaking, there is no issue. And to Jules' point, there's also an emotional mountain that this Brazilian side wants to cover, just because Chiche's last World Cup, Neymar's not necessarily his last World Cup, but definitely the last World Cup where he can be a true headliner. So he's the pinpoint man. There's no doubt about it. But the beautiful thing about Neymar Jr. in this Brazilian side is that he's not, okay, this is a weird thing to say. There's not really a specific position to title him as when he joins the first 11. He goes everywhere. he goes as a striker, he drops as a midfielder. So what do? You have to build it around him. So Lucas Paquetá, of course, is a major factor when it comes to supporting that. You mentioned Vinicius Jr., he will definitely start. And then Richarlison, for all the criticism that sometimes he gets in the Premier League over the years, I can't tell you how adored he is with this national team, and he will be at this point that number 9. Now, Gabriel Jesus wasn't selected for this squad, but I do believe that he will be obviously there as well. But it's all about names.
Uma coisa interessante no comentário do Gabi ali foi em relação ao Brasil jogar como se fosse um clube, né? Ter essa formação, esse posicionamento bem entendido pelos jogadores. Isso desde que o Tite chegou, né? O Brasil apresenta esse equilíbrio, mas na hora H parece que faltava alguma coisa para o Brasil conseguir passar da Bélgica, por exemplo, ou vencer a Argentina na final da Copa América. Eu acho que esse algo a mais chegou, né, gente? É o Rafinha, o Vinícius Júnior, o Antony, essa correria que o pessoal faz, o próprio Richarlison, que a gente viu ali também muitas vezes criticado lá na Premier League, mas com certeza ele corre, dá o sangue e faz gol, né? Isso é bem interessante. Eu queria saber de vocês. Você acha que o Brasil está preparado para a Copa do Mundo? Ou você acha que não? Que o pessoal está secando mesmo a seleção brasileira? Eu vejo muitos comentários assim aqui no canal. Será que é só secação, gente? Deixe seu comentário aí. Um grande abraço e até o próximo vídeo. Se inscreva, hein?